Hi everyone. Hi Vilnius. Hi Pi gentlemen. Hi Pi ladies. I'm very happy to stand here today with you. And this is definitely fantastic city, fantastic weather outside. And also welcome to Introverse right there. So hello, I see you. Maybe first of all, raise your hands. Who is aware about ETL, extract, transform, load process? Do you have some people? Wow, a lot. So I'm in the right place, in the right moment of history. And being at the heart of change at Accenture, a senior data engineer, I ask myself a question a lot. So how to change existing state of the art? So how to make existing data processes better? How to improve them? Imagine the data pipeline which has access to the whole knowledge in the world, to the whole power of Gen AI about which we speak today so much, maybe on day-to-day basis. And another hard question was, okay, I'm from academia and PhD candidate, and actually how to connect together science and commerce. So this is also an art. And then I came to a solution. So let's enhance existing extract, transform, load process with a generate stage. And in the heart of this model, which is pumping, actually, there is a Python. And you know, if it would be a PhD defense, I would not be able to answer the question, hi Alex, why you have chosen Python. But here at PyCon, I can tell you why. Because this sign to the left, because I love Python. This is my passion, this is my drugs, this is my way and style of programming. So EGTL model allows you to apply Gen AI processes in real time to transform, change data, to apply analytics, to create new data structures, and actually, of course, to connect with different data warehouses using UI visualization. And today we will speak about future of AI. We will speak about problem which we face as data engineers, as maybe even LLM engineers at some point, about the solution and even practice. So also, if we will have time, I will show you how the system works and share the code with you in Discord. So maybe raise your hands who have watched the video Stargate. Okay, few of you, but also in United States of America, there is such an initiative called Stargate, which united the main Gen AI players in the world, OpenAI, Microsoft, Apple, and other vendors, which is actually collected altogether $500 billion of investment. That's a huge amount. And actually, this is a real game changer. However, behind each initiative, behind each AI, behind any solution, there is a developer. There is a human being, developer like you, like me, like Monica and other people. And that's why we need to think about what future awaits us, because we drive this ship forward, this spaceship that is called Earth forward, and it depends completely on us. Will our future be sustainable? Will it be beautiful and applicable to us and to our children? Maybe we are moving also towards the paradise. We don't know yet, so we should think about it. And each time when we load data through the Gen AI, this is a small movement of a single human being. And currently, we are moving from the just moving around to actually meaning, understanding the data, getting most out of it, and getting access to the whole knowledge of the humanity. Currently, maybe raise your hands, who of you like fast food? I can confess I like the fast food. And there is fantastic fast food in Vilnius, the best in Baltics, better in Riga, by the way. So, and yes. So, and actually the best ad from McDonald's was created by AI. And you see, for example, there are unrealistic faces, a bit unrealistic Big Mac, but people love it, people buy it. And in the end, it's fully driven and created by AI. Then who of us do not fear about zombie invasion? Who of us do not fear that AI will conquer the world? I hear such questions on day-to-day basis from my students, I can confess, and it's very hard to answer on them. So last year there was a whole movie created by AI, and then all images and main actors generated there also by AI, and you can see the quality is better than the original. So that's tremendous moment in history. And then we are moving to the situation in 2030 when we will not have enough of storage actually to store all the data that we process currently. We are moving to the situation when we will have 700 zettabytes of data, which is huge amount, and about what we need to think already right now, right today at the PyCon. So challenges in modern data workflow, maybe you faced yourself as well, loading, like scalability issues, performance issues, optimization issues, complaining problems, for example, from your customers, clients, and of course, tools integration. So I believe here at PyCon during these 3 days, we saw almost hundreds of different tools which we can use together. And the integration is a masterpiece. It's an art. And then we ask a question also as a developers. So how can we have better use of AI? So then what technology will become obsolete? Maybe we're using something that will not be used today at all. So that's a fantastic question. For example, passwords. Passwords we will not use in 5 years at all. And then how to improve data processing, how to make it fully automated. In general, I'm really happy to see all of you in Age of Magnetism at 2070. And I hope that all our actions, all our developments as developers will create finally AI that will help us achieve it. But it will not be possible without automation. I have full belief in automation as engineer, and I believe that everything, and including data process, must be automated. And thus, today we spoke already a lot about agentic AI. So what's the difference actually between EGTL and agentic AI? So agentic AI is relying on other agents. It also relies on our actions and environment when it's executed. So technically, we start our conversation with Claude AI or any other agent as, please do something to me. And on the one hand, that's fantastic. But then, how to automate the thing without actually asking this, please do something to me, please do this task, please do that task, please jump, please sit down or rise up. So, and I was thinking, okay, as a developer, what it needs to do to help to me? So first of all, data cleaning, then it should raise flags if something goes wrong. Then it should handle real-time processes. Of course, we have real-time data always passing through our devices, through our solutions, and all these hundreds of tools integrated, which we speak at PyCon. Then it should have access to the whole knowledge base, to the whole power of data in the world. Then it should also do what developers forget to do: testing, debugging the code. Of course, we are devs and we do mistakes. And I don't know, through mistakes, in fact, we move to innovations. We, as a human being, we are very interesting species because we create problems and then we solve problems, and then we call it as innovations at some point. So, and thus we definitely need some sort of support in this decision making. So here you can see EGTL model. So this model is actually created by me as in scope of PhD, and Gen AI is in between all stages, all data processes in your data pipelines. So this is at some point brave move, because I needed to give a trust to Gen AI and trust to send all data through the Gen AI, meaning I take data from client, for example, put it inside prompt, send to Gen AI, and automate this process. So, and here we change existing state of the art by adding additional step which conducts automated tasks for us. And then today I'm very happy to share secrets with you because you're a fantastic audience. We are kind of my fellows, my colleagues, and maybe we will do fantastic, amazing projects together in the future. So with this just EGTL prompt enhanced well by proposal. So we sent project data. Inside, we say business logic, what we want to do. We also send metadata, so the data about data itself. Doesn't sound familiar with Iceberg at some point, isn't it? Then we send configuration. Of course, we do need to send configuration and variables. For example, environmental variables as well, and everything inside a prompt. So by this approach, data is no longer just extracted. It's understood. We already know the data because we have the context, we have the metadata, we have the variables, and we have the data itself that comes through the model. And here is this small example how data cleanup works. So we come from Fusion Store, we take, for example, dataset, numerical dataset, then it's cleaned up, and then it's saved into Alliance Store. And all stages in EGTL process, they are also created with love to AI, with trust and love to AI. For example, Alliance Store means alliance between humans and AI. And also functional block diagram. Well, technically, as engineers, as data engineers, of course, we need to understand all inputs, outputs in our system. And here you see, for example, different data flows that coming inside and how components are interconnected in the end. Prototype. The prototype which is implemented on Hyperloop context. I don't know, how many of you have heard about Hyperloop technology? Maybe 3, 5, 7. Wow, a lot, fantastic. So in general, Hyperloop is ultra high-speed transportation mode proposed by SpaceX and Elon Musk back 10 years ago. And using these vacuum trains, we can achieve supersonic speed of more than 1,000 kilometers per hour. So it's absolutely amazing and mind-blowing innovation. And by running simulations on Hyperloop, I was able to apply this EGTL model prototype in practice. And maybe what is most interesting for us, for you as PyCon developers, PyCon is in the core everywhere. So of course you can change the technology, any technology in this prototype. So as I'm Python supporter, Python maybe at some point even contributor. So that's why this is Python. But you can use Scala, you can attach it to Spark, you can use Apache Beam on or any other technology which you see fit. And Snowflake. Why Snowflake? Snowflake is simple, it's user-friendly, and it's fast and scalable. So, and for visualization, Streamlit. Then also, of course, CI/CD pipeline, of course, and again, Python, Python, Python. You see, we can't live without Python. And here, Python is our great helper because it using the Python, we create all GitHub action scripts which help to test, to debug, and to process actually the whole code and to deploy it immediately to the end users. So using the Streamlit library, which was presented yesterday also by our colleague, I believe, and today you will see more about it. So everything is visualized in dashboard. So results. As a result, you can see that effectiveness overall of this model is around 92%, which is quite a lot. You can ask, what are these 8% not successful? Well, the answer is simple: hallucinations. Of course, depending on complexity of experiments, AI fails. Yeah, but I can tell you another secret that in general, if you want to get rid of hallucinations, the best way is to separate, to segment your data into small chunks and to run parallel processes. By achieving parallelism, by using parallelism, I was able finally to get to this at least some sort of feasible values across 5 difficulty levels. And overall, 600 experiments were conducted. So quite a lot. To conclude, the model is able to generate, extract data through the pipeline. It automatically does data cleanup, data analysis. It creates, removes data structures. Yes, we are developers, we are lazy. Why to work ourselves if we can automate everything without even giving a word to Gen AI? It changes schema, so it's some sort of schema evolutions which you can see at iceberg format. Then it changes the content. At data input, you have one data. As data output, this is already another data, which is changed by your rules, by your logic. And finally, it raises flags, so it can tell you, hi, Alex, something is going wrong in your project. And then hands-on experience. So now let me try to share my screen. Okay, so dear technical support, can you switch the screen? Yes, no? No, yes. Or we can just move to presentation. Ah, okay, I need to end presentation. Okay. Oh, fantastic. So we have hands-on then. Well, yay! Thank you, dear technical support. As usual, technology wins the magic. That's fantastic. So first, key takeaway for you. This is a GitHub repository. I will also later share the link. It contains all code of the prototype. So, and application code you can find in app.py. It's around 3,000 lines of code, so quite decent. Also, I can tell you one more secret. I'm geek and I'm love of functions, so I prefer functional programming, functional Python. That's why everything is implemented through functions, apart from connection with Snowflake and with different Gen AI models. And also here you can see some manipulations with prompts, rigging, and how I pass the data through through Gen AI. In the end, here you can see Snowflake data warehouse, and inside it is a prototype I implemented database where schema, each stage is separate schema. So we have fusion store, we have align store, and we have staging store for data processes, and overall more than 100 tables. And finally, as you can see, the application is visualized using the Python Streamlit library. So so here, for example, there is a dashboard, interactive dashboard that visualizes all the data. So the data that is sent by simulations for Hyperloop project is sent on real time, and you can see the for example, changes in project maturity and other characteristics. And the point is that it is sent actually through Gen AI. And then also interesting part about experiment itself. So here is EGTL experiment, experimentation system. So like backend of it. 4 models on which I conduct experiments. So I send data process, all data set through OpenAI 3.5 for Mistral and Gemini. You can use any other models, absolutely no limitation. 8 different experiments. For example, it can extract data, create structures, remove structures, and raises flags if something is not working right now. So, and here we can move already to call to action. Actually, call to action. First of all, have a trust in the AI. So the main fear in implementing this prototype was to send data through Gen AI. I was able to overcome this fear, and in fact, we have this model right now. So dare to better use the Gen AI for the sake of the future. Then humans plus AI are allies, and no fear of experiment. Experiment, discover, and search for values, search for opportunities, get most out of Python, get most out of Gen AI, and through data pipelines. So here are some references. EGTL model is published paper in Scopus database, so I encourage you to read it. And also to take a look at the code, of course. So also welcome to LinkedIn. I'm happy to connect, happy to do projects with you, and hope to join PyCon next time as well. Ready to answer your questions?
Alex is ready to answer your questions. Do you have questions? Yes, go ahead. Wait for a bit for the mic.
Hi, thank you for your talk and a really interesting idea. My question to you is, it seems that this approach has been tested out in ETL process, which is, as far as I understand, more of batch processing. So is that right? What are the impacts in latency, I guess? And have you considered using this approach for real-time data streaming?
Yeah, thank you very much. Absolutely fantastic question. In general, I was using both for batch and for streaming data. And here, of course, a real limitation of model is time of Gen AI, because we send data through the model and we get output. So according to experiments, for example, here you can see latency is in general from 3 to 5 seconds in my case for each data tick which we send through the model. And actually real-time data can be organized with EGTL using Spark. I would say Spark and Airflow as orchestration. So I would recommend this approach. Yes, but I would say right now it is tested on close to real-time data.